Welcome back, everybody. I am the German, and we are going to watch Germany's bucket list must-sees, the country's most popular sites. Yeah, by DV Travel. I'll be the judge of that. Let's go.
What's Germany's most popular tourist attraction? Neuschwanstein Castle in Bavaria?
It is.
Or the Frauenkirche Church in Dresden? What about the Elbphilharmonie in Hamburg? Or something else entirely? To find out, we took a look at visitor statistics for 2022, and the results were surprising.
I am saying this dome, the Cologne Dome, and place 2 is Neuschwanstein. Let's see if I'm right.
In addition to well-known attractions, there are some newcomers to the ranking. You can also enter many of them for free. Surprisingly, Neuschwanstein Castle in Bavaria comes in at 15th place.
What? It's only 700,000? That's nothing. But I guess they also limit the numbers, maybe. But I must say, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's very hard to get there, so you really want to go there if you go there. It's nothing you just like walk past, you know, and say, "Ooh, nice."
As the country's top tourist spot, but the stats say otherwise. Many tourists from Asia were not able to come last year due to pandemic-related restrictions.
It's too crowded there already.
Although
Don't go there.
Neuschwanstein Castle is the most visited castle in Bavaria, it's not Germany's most popular castle.
It's the one in Heidelberg, isn't it?
The most popular German castle is in Heidelberg.
Told you so.
Although large parts of it are in ruins.
Ha, guys, I was studying Heidelberg. You know where I lived? I was living here in this building, and I could see the castle from my window. Although I never went up there in the year I was studying there, only after.
Castle
I
is
was
in
drinking too much beer.
Heidelberg. Although large parts of it are in ruins, it doesn't seem to bother visitors. Instead, it's
never
part
crowded.
of the castle's charm and what makes it so fascinating. What do you think? Plus, its picturesque location above the old town makes it a great destination for romantics.
Great city to visit, can only recommend. Beautiful, but a lot of tourists.
Dinosaurs may have died out 66 million years ago, but they still have a large fan base, including in Berlin. Take a deep dive into the past
wow,
of
that's a lot of
Berlin's Museum
visitors.
of Natural History. Here you'll have plenty of opportunities to learn about lots of plant and animal species as you browse the museum's exhibits.
It's an amazing museum. If you have kids, you should take them there. It's awesome for them.
Spoiler alert, it's not the only museum in our ranking.
Ho.
Tourists in Berlin often ask how to get to the Berlin Wall. It's not always obvious since not much of it is left. A good place to start is the memorial on Bernauer Straße, where part of the former border fortifications have been transformed into an open-air exhibition.
730,000 people go there. It's always empty. Are you kidding me?
You'll
That
learn
can't be
how
right.
insurmountable the wall was and how many people lost their lives trying to get to the west. Still in the German
I don't trust those statistics. Every time I walk past this wall piece, there's like nobody.
capital, next we see Berlin's Fernsehturm, or TV tower. It measures 368 meters and is the tallest structure
800,000.
in Germany.
800,000 people go there each year. I can't believe that. That's like 800,000 geteilt durch 365. That's 2,100 people a day. Well, okay, that's not that much actually. I believe it.
Take an elevator up 203 meters to the observation deck. It takes only 40 seconds. And you'll love the views over the city. You might be wondering why so many Berlin attractions made it onto the ranking. It's simple. In 2022, more than 10 million tourists came to Berlin.
Dang, that's a
more
lot.
than in any other German city.
I should open a hotel here.
Now it's time for the top 10. Let's visit Dresden.
Dresden! So beautiful.
In 10th place is Dresden's Frauenkirche Church. With its large, elegant dome, it's a masterpiece of Baroque architecture.
It is an awesome building.
Dresden has
And a
plenty of
city.
stunning churches, but the Frauenkirche is definitely a visitor favorite. This might be due to its unique past. The church was completely destroyed during World War II and rebuilt decades later as a symbol of hope and reconciliation.
Yeah,
Two
most
more
of
churches
Dresden was bombed away, and they had to rebuild everything.
made it into the top 10. Can you guess which ones?
But it's one of the few towns in Germany that rebuilt everything in the old style. There's a lot of towns that got bombed away, and they built the most ugly buildings instead of the old beautiful ones, and it's very sad. And I'm glad Dresden didn't do that.
Let's move on to number 9, the Deutsches Museum in Munich. It's one of the largest science and technology museums in the world.
That's pretty
It
cool.
has around 28,000 objects on display related to everything from aviation to seafaring. It's also very hands-on, with plenty of opportunities to see how things work up close and personal. St. Michaelis, called Michael for short, is a landmark in the city of Hamburg. For centuries, the church's tower helped sailors navigate their ships safely.
Really?
From the outside, the church may
I've been a couple of times to Hamburg. I didn't know this is a massive tourist destination.
seem a bit plain.
Yeah,
but
it
inside,
does.
It's spectacular. Every day at noon, there's a prayer
I don't see anything spectacular here. What?
service where you can hear the impressive organ in action. It's free to enter.
Maybe the organ is spectacular.
It's a great place to take a breather before continuing to sightsee around Hamburg. You still have a lot to check out here. When a model railway opened in Hamburg's Speicherstadt district 20 years ago, few visitors cared to pay it a visit. But those days are long gone. Every year, more than
What?
1 million people of all ages come to see the world's largest model train layout.
What? I didn't know that's a thing.
New miniature worlds are being added all the time. There are already small-scale models of places in Italy, the USA, Patagonia, Austria, and of course,
No way.
Germany and Hamburg.
What? Where is this? Hamburg? Guys, this is
It's like
blowing my
taking a
mind.
tiny world
What?
tour, with plenty of little technological tricks that are sure to keep you entertained.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I want to go there now.
To our top 10 list is the Humboldt Forum in Berlin.
Oh, yeah.
Although it may look like an historic building, it actually opened just 2 years ago and has already become a visitor favorite. It's primarily a reconstruction of the old Berlin Palace, which was destroyed during World War II. Inside is a modern museum and exhibition space with lots on offer, from artworks from all over the world to exhibitions about natural sciences and Berlin history. Admission to most exhibitions is free, although many come simply to see the impressive new building.
Guys, if you're in Berlin, go to the Humboldt Forum. I've been there in the last 2 months 3 times because the exhibition is so huge you can't see everything in one go. You need like at least 6-7 hours. And I've been to tons of museums. But this has a very, very good curation of objects from all over the world. It's nothing boring. It's very good. The selection is really, really good. It's nothing you can see everywhere.
The Zollverein coal mine industrial complex in Essen lands in 5th place on our list. It was once the largest coal mine in the world. Today, it's an
Really?
industrial monument and UNESCO World Heritage Site. Concerts, festivals, and film screenings
What?
are held on its extensive grounds.
That's pretty cool, I must admit.
There's a
didn't
lot
know
of
that
industrial
exists.
history too. Its large tower has even been dubbed the Eiffel Tower of the Ruhr and is a popular photo spot.
The Eiffel Tower of the Ruhr.
Topography of Terror is a frightening name for a place
Yeah.
where horrible things took place. From 1933 to 1945, the area near Berlin's Potsdamer Platz served as the Nazis' Gestapo, SS, and Reich security main office. Here, many of the Nazis' atrocities were planned and organized. These days, a documentation center provides information about perpetrators and victims and keeps the memory of this cruel chapter of German history alive.
Yeah, it's very popular among tourists. I've been there a couple of times, especially when I just moved to Berlin or was visiting before I moved here. And there's a lot of museums like that in Berlin. It's not the only one, but I didn't know it's so popular.
Now we're getting to the top of our list. So, what sites do you think made it into the top 3? Munich's Marienplatz? Or the Brandenburg Gate?
Nah.
What about Berlin's East Side Gallery? If those were your guesses, you're going to be disappointed. Although all 3 places are high on the tourist popularity scale, they aren't found in the rankings since visitor numbers to public places don't count. But now the moment you've all been waiting for, the 3 most visited places in Germany.
Let's go!
In 3rd place is Berlin's Museum Island.
He just said public places don't count, and then he's showing a public place. What?
A UNESCO World Heritage Site. 5 museums are located here. They display art treasures spanning 6,000 years of human history, including world-famous works like the bust of Queen Nefertiti from ancient Egypt, or the Pergamon altar, which is currently being restored.
Maybe they counted all the visitors to the museums, but then it's not one site, it's 5, because it's 5 museums.
On the first Sunday of each month, admission to many of Berlin's museums is free, including those on Museum Island.
Wait, what?
Is free.
When is it free?
On the first Sunday of each month, admission to many of Berlin's museums is free.
I didn't know that.
Including those
I always paid. God damn it.
on Museum Island.
Good thing you watched
In
this
second
video.
place
Go
is the
for free.
Elbphilharmonie Concert Hall in Hamburg. This spectacular building is a blend of old and new, with the brick foundation of an old harbour warehouse and a whimsical glass structure on top that's reminiscent of ocean waves. It fits in well with the harbour city of Hamburg, doesn't it?
I don't know, guys. I've been there, and people really seem to like this building, but it doesn't look really special. Yeah, it's looking kind of weird, to be honest. I don't get it. But inside, it's awesome.
Elbphilharmonie is now 6 years old, but it can still be tough to score a concert ticket. Fortunately, there are other ways you can marvel at the architecture. Head up to the visitor platform for great views of the city. It's also free to access.
So much lost money.
The most popular place to visit in Germany is the Cologne Cathedral.
Told you
it
so.
Received 4.3 million visitors in 2022. We can't say enough about how spectacular this church is. At 157 meters, it's the 3rd largest church in the world. The central area is 144 meters long and can hold 4,000 people.
It is awesome inside. The details, whew, amazing.
And it took over 600 years to complete.
600 years. What?
Climb up
That's a long
533
time.
steps to enjoy the magnificent views of Cologne.
600 years. How can you plan a building for 600 years? Who's the project manager? they had like 20.
Cologne Cathedral is a Gothic masterpiece, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the most popular site in Germany.
Well, I don't know if this was a bucket list. It was more a list of the top 20 sites in Germany. So, someone just come home, so I have to end this video. So, see you in the next one. Goodbye.